Hello my dear friends and welcome to Science 1. Miss Kumud here and we have already started with the lesson of Science 1, that is chemical reactions and equation, and we have already finished how to write a chemical equation. Now let us proceed further to know how to balance a chemical equation. For that matter, let us take the last example from page number 33, that is when sodium chloride is added to silver nitrate solution. Okay, what do we get? We get white precipitate of silver chloride and solution of sodium nitrate. Okay, so now let us see whether this equation is balanced or not. Now when we say balanced equation, that means we need to know the number of atoms on the reactant side as well as the number of atoms of the elements on the product side. So it should be equal on both the sides. So let us take this example now, that is of sodium silver nitrate plus sodium chloride gives you silver chloride plus sodium nitrate. Let us count the number of atoms in each of the case. So Ag, that is silver, is one atom on the reactant side, whereas on the product side it is also one. So let us write here 1. Secondly, let us try to count now nitrogen. Nitrogen over here is 1 and in this case it is also 1. So now let us write here 1 and 1. Now oxygen, how many are there? Let us count here on the reactant side. So 3 and no more here. So 3. So write here 3, and in the product side also there are 3 oxygen atoms. Let us count now the next element, that is sodium. Sodium here is in sodium chloride is 1. So let us write on the reactant side 1 and on the product side also it is 1. So chlorine, let us now count chlorine. Chlorine is 1 and on the product side also it is 1. So here in this case, if you see the number of atoms on both the sides, that is reactants as well as on the product side, are equal. So now let us so that means this equation which is written over here is a balanced equation, because the number of atoms of each element on both the sides, that is on the reactant side as well as on the product sides, are equal, and so the reaction is balanced. So it has to be always balanced on both the sides, because it is in accordance with the law of conservation of mass. The total mass of each of the elements in the reactants should be same as the total mass of each of the respective elements in the products. So this is according to the law of conservation of mass. Now let us take some more examples to see how to balance a chemical equation. So let us learn what are the steps in balancing a chemical equation. So sodium hydroxide plus sulfuric acid gives you sodium sulfate and water. So first you write down step number 1. We should write now here the chemical equation from this word equation. So this is a word equation. Last time you have learned that this is called as a word equation, which is represented in terms of words. Now let us write them in the form of a chemical equation by writing the chemical formulae of each one of these compounds. So sodium hydroxide, you know that sodium is Na and hydroxide means OH, plus sulfuric acid formula is H2SO4, which gives you sodium sulfate, that is Na2SO4 plus water. Fine. Now step 2, let us go now to the step 2. Let us come to step 2 now, that is Check whether the equation is balanced or not by comparing the number of atoms of various elements present on the two sides of the equation. So now let us see the equation here, that is sodium hydroxide plus sulfuric acid gives you sodium sulfate plus water. Now let us write the names of the elements in the reaction. Okay, fine. So the names of the elements are sodium, then we have oxygen, okay, then we have hydrogen, and we have sulfur, and no more other element is present in this reaction. So sodium, oxygen, hydrogen, okay, and sulfur. So these are the four elements which are present in this reaction. Let us try to count the number of atoms on both the sides now. So number of atoms on reactant side are nothing but your sodium, only one is there, so write here 1, okay, and in the case of product side it is Na2, that means there are 2 atoms here, so write here 2. Fine. Now let us go to the next one, that is oxygen. Oxygen here is there, it is there in 2 different compounds here, that is sodium hydroxide as well as in H2SO4, that is sulfuric acid. So oxygen here plus this oxygen, so this is 1 here, and if you see over here there is a subscript here, that is 4. So 4 plus 1 is equal to 5. So write here the number of atoms in the case of reactants is 5, whereas in this case let us count here. Here that in Na2SO4 it is 4 oxygen, and in water it is 1. So 4 plus 1 is equal to 5. So that means oxygens are equal. Let us see now hydrogen. How many hydrogens are there? So in sodium hydroxide it is 1, and in sulfuric acid it is 2. So 1 plus 2 is equal to 3 on the reactant side, and on the product side let us count here. So there are only 2 in the case of water. So write here 2. Then we have last element, that is sulfur, and sulfur is present only in sulfuric acid. So that is H2SO4, and S is only 1 here. In this case also there is 1. So now if you see over here, the number of sodium atoms are not balanced, and even the number of hydrogen atoms are not balanced. Fine. So that means this equation is not balanced, and we need to balance the equation. So for that let us go to the step number 3. How to choose which element to balance. Fine. So balance the equation. So it is convenient to start balancing the equation from the compound which contains maximum number of atoms. Moreover, it is convenient to first consider that element in this compound which has unequal number. Fine. So that means we have to select a compound which has maximum number of atoms. So let us see now which compounds have maximum number of atoms. In the reactant side, if you see sulfuric acid, here there are 1, 2 and 3 atoms. Here in this case 2 plus 1 3 plus 4 7. So here in sulfuric acid there are 7 atoms. Let us count on the product side. On the product side, sodium is 2 plus 1 sulfur and plus 4. So 2 plus 3 plus 4 is 7. Fine. So and water is 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. That means we have 2 compounds which have the same number of atoms and maximum number of atoms. That is sulfuric acid and sodium sulfate. Okay, so both of them are having 7 atoms. So you can choose any one of them, either sulfuric acid or sodium sulfate. So let us take sodium sulfate. Okay, so now next step is to write now the number of sodium atoms initially in the reactants. In the reactants there is only 1 sodium atom, whereas in the case of products it is 2. Okay, 2 sodium. Fine. Now we need to balance now sodium. So we cannot, you can see over here there are 2 atoms of sodium. Here there is only 1. That means we need to multiply by a factor of 2. Then only it will become 2 sodium on this side, that is on the reactant side, and 2 sodium on the product side. So it when we multiply, it becomes 1 into 2 Okay, to balance we require 2. Now on the reactant side 2 multiplied by 1 becomes 2, and in the product also it is 2. So that means we need to multiply with a factor of 2. But do you think so we can write the formula of sodium hydroxide? That is, we need to balance here in this case. We need to, do we have a formula like this, Na2OH? No. My dear students, please pay attention here that we cannot change the molecular formula. Instead of writing sodium as Na2 and then OH, we cannot write it here. We have to write it as a factor in front or as a coefficient. So, we cannot write Na2OH. We can write it as 2NaOH. Fine, we cannot change the molecular formula. So, now after balancing the equation, we are getting over here 2NaOH plus H2SO4, Na2SO4 plus H2O. Fine. Now again check whether the equation is balanced or not. Okay, for that matter we will have to write again the number of atoms in both the cases, that is in the reactants as well as on the product side. So now we have written sodium as 2 atoms here after multiplying by the factor of 2, and product side also it is 2. But oxygen, if you see, that is 2NaOH plus H2SO4, okay, gives you Na2SO4 plus water. Okay, now in this case if you see now, 2 sodium are there and 2 oxygen. So this implies 2 is getting multiplied with sodium as well as with oxygen as well as with hydrogen. Now here we have seen now sodium is balanced, but oxygen, if you see, was balanced earlier. That was 5 this side and 5 this side. But now if you see, it is not balanced because now this 2 factor is multiplied with this oxygen. So this becomes 2 oxygen and this oxygen 4. Altogether 6 oxygens are there. Whereas, so we will write here 6 oxygens, and over on this this side, that is on the product side, it is only 5. That is 4 plus 1 is equal to 5. Fine. Then let us see now hydrogens, how many are there. Here hydrogen, earlier it was 3 and 2. Fine. Now it has become 2 plus 2 becomes 4 now. Fine. And in this case hydrogens, how many are there? Only 2 are there. Fine. Then next thing, you have to see sulfur now. So sulfur, how many are there? Sulfur is balanced. That is 1 here, 1 here. So sulfur, there is no problem. Now sodium is balanced now. Now oxygen and hydrogen are not balanced. Fine. So now again, if you see, don't have to write any factor here in this case. But if you see on the product side, it is less, both hydrogen as well as oxygen. That means to make a hydrogen equal, okay, we need to multiply by a factor. So let us now write down that oxygen and hydrogen are not balanced. So we will choose a compound. We will choose a compound which is not balanced on both the sides. Okay, that is water. Okay, if you see this compound, this is, hydrogens are only 2. Here hydrogens are 4. Oxygens are 5. Here oxygens are 6. So we will select this compound, that is water. Now we will see how we can balance this hydrogen. So for that we will take now number of hydrogen atoms in sodium plus and hydrogen sulfuric acid, and in the product side only water. So initially we have 4 hydrogen atoms. If you just count here, there are 4 hydrogen atoms, and okay, 4 hydrogen atoms, and in the product side only 2 are there. And to balance we require on the reactant side, it is okay, fine, we need to balance it on the product side. So we will multiply by a factor of 2, that is 2 multiplied by 2. Now it becomes equal, that is 4 hydrogens on the reactant side as well as on the product side. But let us see now, if we now add over here 2, in this case whether all the atoms on both the sides are equal or not. Now let us check again. Sodium 2 here, sodium 2 here, correct. Then oxygen 2 plus 4 is 6 here, 4 plus 2, this is 6 here now. Then we will check hydrogen. Hydrogen is 2 and 2, 4. Now here in this case 2 into 2, 4, correct. And sulfur 1 here, 1 here. Now if you see, the reaction is balanced. Finally, write down step 4 is to write the final equation, balanced equation again. So let us write now the final equation, that is 2NaOH plus H2SO4 gives you Na2SO4 plus 2H2O. So this is a balanced equation. So I hope so you have understood how to balance an equation. So you need to try to answer certain questions of use your brain power. So in that there are different questions, and one question number 1B is also there of writing the steps in balancing the equation. So if you have understood, please try to balance the equation. Okay, so not only these, you can take more examples of chemical reactions and try to balance them. Okay, so in the next video we will learn about what are the types of chemical reactions. So till then students, be safe at home and do your regular studies. Thank you very much.